Hello everybody, welcome to this video. Today we are going to look at me doing a rescaping of this 10-gallon nanoreef aquarium. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while, and so here it is. Please enjoy. So please keep watching. There's going to be a lot of really good tips on how to do and go about doing a rescape of your nanoreef aquarium. So really please keep watching to the end. You really do not want to miss anything. Alright, so first I'm going to start out by doing some kind of simulating a storm that has come through, simulating rough ocean. That actually serves a very important function in natural reefs. When the waves come crashing against the corals, it actually flushes out a lot of detritus and it actually cleans the aquarium a lot. So this is definitely something I recommend people incorporate into their weekly or bi-weekly tank maintenance regimen. Anyways, you can see as I'm puffing with this turkey baster, just a bunch of the detritus comes loose and gets blown into the water column. Alright, we're about to get going with removing some of the rocks, so you can see me there just moving the light to get it out of the way. And now I'm just going to start testing to see if I can get a good grip on this rock, on this first rock that I want to remove. And you can't see this is out of the frame, but I do have some buckets with salt water to the side of the tank, which I'm just going to temporarily place the rocks in. And I'm just going to gently put it in there, making sure I don't disturb any of the corals attached to it. Alright, so I've repositioned the camera now just so that we can get a little bit of a better close-up of what I'm doing, so that you can see exactly which rocks I'm moving and where, and how I'm strategically going about removing the rocks. First, got to remove some of those hermit crabs before I don't want them to fall off. I also decided to remove them from the tank and put them in the water bucket because I don't want them to get crushed when I start placing rocks back in. Now I'm just checking to make sure that none of the there's no crabs, or that my pistol shrimp isn't dug into the sand anywhere close by. When I come to place the rock back, I really do not want to crush him. Oh, and then you can see a jester goby coming out. He probably was hiding underneath that rock. And now I'm going to begin to reposition the rocks. So what I wanted to do with this tank, this is actually like the second iteration of this tank. The rock that you see on the furthest right with the green star polyps on it, that actually used to be on the left. So I've already moved that once, and I'm not planning on moving that one back. I'm actually mainly just trying to make space for the green star, the purple tip frogspawn, the green tip purple tip frogspawn that you see there in the front. I actually want to try and make some more space for that. Alright, now we're beginning with, we repositioned one of the main rocks, so now we're going to add our other rock back. And again, I've cleared out the sand to make sure that there's no shrimp, or my pistol shrimp is not underneath there, and I don't want to squish him. a process that takes some time, just making sure that the rock is nicely placed in exactly where I want it to be. And also, since I've got a overarching rock that is going to balance on top of these two base rocks, I really need to make sure that they are in the right spot. Alright, now we're coming back in with the arch rock, the rock that creates the arch in the tank. Now I'm just inspecting to make sure that the rocks is exactly where I want it to be. And this is a part that I really enjoy about this hobby, is getting to make some changes. I guess much like my pistol shrimp constantly rearranging sand and rearranging its house, much the same way I like to move around and play around with different locations of rock, just to see what I'm most satisfied with. And I find that's a part of this hobby that brings a lot of satisfaction. And I think I'm satisfied at this point with where the rocks are, so I'm starting to move the light back in place. Popping those hermit crabs back in. Now for one of the most important parts of this rescape is moving that frog spawn back into where I wanted. In the frog spawn, it's a part of the Euphyllia family. It's a LPS, large polyp stony coral, and I really like it. It's really one of my favorite corals. Zooming in a little more to give you another close-up look. Moving the light back into its final position. And now I'm going to do some other little maintenance things. I've got this frag plug with some yellow zoanthids on it, and it keeps coming loose, so I'm just going to try and glue that back on. I use a medium bodied or medium viscosity CA, cyanoacrylate glue, to attach my corals to the rock. So I think there I was fiddling with the glue bottle. Sometimes the little nozzle gets clogged. So, and you can't see this in the frame, but I do have those buckets next to me, and I was just popping the coral in there for a few minutes. And yeah, this is not my favorite approach to fixing corals. It's actually kind of difficult. I find that the glue dries before I get the coral attached. Okay, now we're ready to fill the tank back up, and I actually want to talk about my approach to filling aquariums. I use a little pump, and we'll see that in a minute. There we go. I'm placing the pump into the aquarium, and then I've got a plug by my foot that has a switch on it that allows me to switch the pump on and off. That's connected to an extension lead, and that allows me to really easily and hands-free fill up my aquarium. So now I'm just swapping out the bucket. I've used up all the salt water in this orange bucket that I had. So I'm just going to transfer the pump out of that bucket and into a fresh filter saltwater bucket. You can see my extension cord running from the outlet down to my foot, and then there's just a switch there that I can step on with my toe, and you can see the water starts running. So I actually overfilled the tank a little bit. So you can see me, and this is the same process for how I remove water from my tank, is I just place the pump head into the water and then the nozzle back into the bucket. So this was just a quick and easy way for me to remove a little bit of excess water that I got into the tank.